well.
All right. So I'm late, so
Oh, you good?
for you, feel good to finally get back out there today and move around and not have to wear a yellow jersey or not be not a part of it.
Right, that yellow jersey, I can't stand it. I don't ever want to see it again, but obviously injuries are a part of football. But today, it felt real good being out there flying around, being able to take on that leadership role on the field as opposed to being off the field during the spring. So it felt real good being out there flying around, doing the things I miss not being able to do in the spring.
So far, it seems like Rook and Atanosis, at least in the spring, were kind of grouped into one, just the freshman tackles. What do you notice from them individually?
Well, those guys are getting better every day. They're learning. They're willing to learn. So that's obviously it's easier on the leaders. Like, we don't have to push them as much. Like, they know exactly what they want. They want to work. Like, they want to learn everything. They want to take knowledge from me and Niles. And obviously, I feel like they're going to be able to separate. They're not going to just be the freshman tackles. They're going to be Itanosa and Rook. So but those guys, they're learning every day. They're getting better. And the thing with them, they just want to get better. So it helps us out a lot.
What did you see from Taekwon today?
Taekwon, he looks real good. We were concerned about his weight at first, but Taekwon, he works hard. He worked hard to get his weight back down.
Be too heavy?
Too heavy. He was too heavy, but he worked hard to get it down. It was actually at his goal weight for the weigh-in, but he looked real good today. Obviously, like still learning everything, getting used to the practice start, getting used to it. I know I heard him earlier talk about how fast practice was, but it's like obviously a difficult transition from high school to college practice.
For as great as the guys were in front of you a year ago, how excited are you for your opportunity to move into a bigger role?
I'm super excited. I'm super excited. I appreciate everything those guys did for me last year, all the things they taught me, all the leadership they led me with. But obviously we're gonna be our own legacy, our own defensive line. We don't wanna be Christian and Dexter, we wanna be Niles, Jordan, Xavier, Justin. We wanna be our own line, our own unit.
How important is it to see success early on with the new guys and new roles so that you can build from it?
It's obviously important to see success early on, but we can't ever be satisfied. We want to keep working every day to get better.
The ends, you got a lot of competition at the end spot, a
Right.
lot of young guys that kind of want to step into those roles. Do you feel like, I know you're with the tackles, but do you feel like you can bring along those guys well?
Of course, like you said, a lot of competition because all those guys want to work. All those guys want to get better from the top to the bottom. Those guys, they work a lot. Like I said, I don't really get to see them a whole lot, but when I'm on the field with them or watching them from the sideline, they're always working. They're pushing each other. They're helping each other, coaching each other up. So it's a good thing to see.
What do you think takes the longest to get back for most football players? The aspect of the game that takes the longest during camp to get back in the groove.
Say again?
What aspect of the game do you think takes the longest for players to kind of get back this early in the season?
I just feel like really everything, really. Just getting back used to running, working on plays, getting back used to just being out there with other people, really. That's pretty much it. Conditioning, of course. That's always going to be there. You always want to condition yourself, but just really getting back out there, getting back to the hang of things, because it's a long break from spring to fall camp.
Does the heat take a long time to get used to, or are you guys always pretty used to it?
Not really. It was hot out. We were outside running during summer workouts, but obviously with the pads being on, it's a little bit hotter, but it's no different. We get used to it pretty quick.
A year ago, the defense was such a strength that it allowed the offense to determine the quarterback situation and various different things. This year, the offense seems like it's, just add water, it's ready to go. Do you feel like there's going to need to be time for the defense to gel, or your expectations that right away?
If there was time, that time's going to be now. So by Georgia Tech, we'll definitely be ready to be gelled, get that chemistry we want to develop. There's definitely chemistry here and there, but pretty soon we're going to be able to put it all together, so we're ready for the first game.
Coach Bates has his word for you guys about your new opportunity, new people, new opportunity. Does that resonate with you?
It definitely does. We can't, like I said, we can't go back and look at Christian and Dex. Those guys are gone. Albert, all those guys are gone. We got to be our own defensive line unit. We got to be our own people. It can't be Christian. I got to be Jordan. Niles has to be Niles. He can't be Dexter. You know what I mean? So we got to be able to take what those guys taught us, take everything in there like we're pouring into us, take it, run with it, and make our own unit.
How would you describe yourself as a leader?
As a leader, I become very vocal. I feel like, especially sitting out in the spring, I was more of a leader that led by example. So being more vocal for me has definitely been tough. I don't really talk a whole lot since I'm with like my boys, or my friends, or you know what I'm saying. But being a leader, being that vocal guy, having to push those guys, it's definitely a new thing I had to step into. So it's been real cool.
Did you have a moment today where you went to Taekwon or one of those younger guys and like this is how we're gonna Did you have one of those moments?
I did. It was really with Taekwon because, you know, Tyler, E.T., and Root, all three of those guys went through spring.
Sure.
So they kind of had an understanding of what the practices and stuff was like, how fast it was. So I had to go with Taekwon. He told me it was real fast compared to high school. I'm like, yeah, you just got to keep going with it. That's really how you get your conditioning. So I just kind of pushed that to him.
You and Xavier Kelly both making the move from end to tackle. Has that been kind of a source of bonding for y'all?
It was. My move was a little bit different. Xavier actually played at defensive end. I'd never played a snap at the end. But it's actually built that bond to us because I know what he's going through. Obviously, it's a similar situation. But I know it's tough. I know it's a lot to learn. But it's actually, once you get it down pat, it's a lot easier.
I saw you weighed in just over 300 pounds. Was that a real source of motivation for you in the offseason?
It definitely was. I wanted to keep my weight, especially being out with the injury. I got down to 280, just trying to build my way back up, trying to stay where I wanted to be, like a goal weight. I didn't want to get too heavy, didn't want to get too light. I just wanted to be in a nice way for camp.
So you've gone through the grind before you